All right, today we're going to talk about something huge, a massive idea that is set to completely reshape our digital lives. And look, this isn't just about some new app. We're talking about a fundamental shift in who really holds the power on social media. And it all kicks off with one simple but really crucial question. So, if you're a creator, an entrepreneur, or really just anyone building a community online, I have to ask you, are you building your business on rented land? Seriously, think about it. Your audience, all that content you've made, your entire digital world, do you truly own it? Or are you basically just a tenant living by rules that someone else can change at any moment? You know that feeling of being a tenant, that constant uncertainty? Well, that's what we're calling the social media trap. It's that frustration we've all felt, that feeling like the ground underneath our digital feet is never, ever stable. See, the platforms we're all on, they're basically the landlords, and we have to play by their rules. I mean, we've all felt that algorithmic fatigue, that complete burnout from trying to chase an algorithm you can't even understand. And then, wham, a sudden policy change happens, or you get hit with the dreaded shadow ban, and your business can be crippled overnight. The real problem, the core issue, is that our data is their product, and we have absolutely no real ownership. And listen, this isn't just a few people complaining online. As the source material points out, we are at a critical inflection point. This is a huge deal. It's not just about wanting a better user experience. It's about a cultural and economic need to find a totally new way forward. The old model, it's breaking down.
Okay, so if the problem is being a renter, well, the solution is pretty straightforward, isn't it? We've got to become the owners. This next part is all about making that huge leap, from being dependent on these platforms to having true digital sovereignty.
Let me break this down for you. Think about the old way, Web 2. It's like one giant public town square. Platforms like Facebook or X. You have one single landlord who controls everything and millions of tenants. But the new way, what we'll call Web 4, is completely different. It's like a universe of private estates. Every single owner gets to build their own world with their own rules. So you're probably wondering, how in the world do I build my own estate? Well, it's through this model called Social Networks as a Service, or SNaaS. And here's the key. With SNaaS, you stop just joining a platform. You literally become the platform. You own everything that actually matters. The data, the users, how you make money, while the service just takes care of all the technical heavy lifting in the background. And when you make this shift, the benefits are, well, they're crystal clear. We're talking 100% ownership of your data, 100% control of your users, and 100% control over monetization. And the whole thing is built on this foundation of self-sovereign identity, which means your identity finally belongs to you and only you.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds super complicated, right? Like you'd need a whole team of engineers to build your own private estate. But what if you could do it in less time than it takes to brew a cup of coffee? That brings us to what we're calling the 30-second network. The key, the gateway that makes all of this a reality, is a tool called the Web 4 Studio. This is what takes that huge abstract concept of Web 4 and puts the power to build it right at your fingertips. And the process is, it's almost ridiculously simple. Step 1, you just use a simple AI prompt to describe what you want, something like a private network for vintage watch collectors. Step 2, you hit deploy, and boom, a complete decentralized social network is created. And step 3, you manage the whole thing with an AI partner that helps you set goals and plan content. It's basically architecture on demand. Now, a really critical piece that makes this whole ecosystem work is this idea of a universal integrated identity, or UIID. Think of it this way. Your profile, your reputation, it's no longer trapped inside one walled garden. UIID is like a digital passport that lets you carry your identity with you from one community to another seamlessly, and without a big company like Meta or Google controlling it. Okay, so we've covered the power, the control, the simplicity, but now let's get to what might be the most disruptive, game-changing part of this whole thing, the money. This is what we're calling the power of zero. You see, right now, every creator out there is paying what you could call a Web 2 tax. Whether you're selling a course, a subscription, or a physical product, the platform you're on takes a slice of the pie. Sometimes it's 3%, sometimes 5%, sometimes a whole lot more. It's just the price you pay for renting their land. But what if that tax just went away? What if the cut that the platform takes out of your pocket was zero? A big, fat 0%. That's the take rate in this new model. Not a single penny of your revenue goes to the platform. And let me be super clear about this.
You keep 100% of the money you make. The only thing you pay for is the service itself, the SNaaS, kind of like paying for web hosting. You're paying for the tools, not a tax on your success. This changes the entire economic equation for creators. So when you put all of this together, it leads to one really powerful idea. We are finally entering an era where the mantra is as simple as it is revolutionary. Your network, your rules. Let's just look at the difference side by side. The shift couldn't be clearer. We're moving away from the centralized control of giants like Meta and TikTok and toward distributed sovereignty where you own your network. We're going from our identity being a product that's sold to our identity being a tool that we control. From secret, manipulative algorithms to community-driven governance. And maybe most importantly, from paying those monetization taxes to keeping 100% of what you earn. So, I want to leave you with one final thought from the source material that just perfectly sums all this up. The digital home of the future is not some profile you fill out on someone else's platform. It's a network that you build, that you own, and that you define. Thanks so much for tuning into this explainer.